Hey everybody, Dr. Albert Snow here, Holistic Gastroenterologist. I want to talk a little bit about part two. We have an ongoing series that much of it's being stored on the knowledge base in the Holistic Gastroenterology.com website. And I've had some people recently just say, how come we have to buy into or join the 195 club over there? You don't have to. Here's the deal. I just want to make sure I'm clear. I wrote this on the Facebook page. Everyone who's ever been treated by me has gotten the software program. The software program that I developed, the physiological one, for the human biocomputer. And most of the people I treat, I never mentioned it specifically, never said, here's what you have, I'm giving you this, because we're talking about their gallbladder, we're talking about bleeding from the butt. They don't want to hear the theory from me. So, but it's available. I've talked about it, not by that name, with every one of you. The 195 people didn't have that. They don't have that because you pay $295 for an appointment with me and ongoing conversation, albeit small snips. And 195 people pay, and they don't have a conversation with me. They have to pay for $25, I think it is, for a question. They can ask me questions because they're getting a discounted price. But the protocol has been developed in a way where there's very few questions that come up. But, there's biochemical individuality, and we're going to talk about that right now. We talked about the need for the mucosal lining to be inside not only your bowels, but every mucous membrane, which is a sinus, lungs, a bladder, prostate. It goes on, and then ultimately every cell. This, on the most practical basis for you, will perfect your bowel, and you won't have IBS, Colitis, and Crohn's, any of that stuff. Well, there's way more. I mean, that's just the smallest issue. What a miracle it is, though. A miracle. This is what blows my mind. I'm dropping miracles on you people. Miracles. I sound like Allen Iverson on Practice, right? I'm dropping miracles on you. And everybody gets pissed off about small things. And you got some people out there that haven't been healed yet. They'll say, well, man, it's been like 2 years, and I still have gas. Well, majority of them, I haven't heard from them for 3 years. There's somebody, I don't know if she knows she even said it, but one time she did, and she's a tough cookie. A girl named Amber, who's my patient, and she said one time, don't give up on the protocol. I've adopted that as something that I say, and I actually take credit for it. Sorry, Amber. I say it's mine. But you people will have gas. I've just dropped a miracle on you, okay? You don't have the diarrhea. You don't have all that. And you really bail out on me when you still got gas. It's about fine-tuning. We're trying to... Here's what happened. The microbiome, that now call it, that spectacularly amazing, million-year-old evolved culture that lives in you, and we think it only lives in our bowel, but it's in every cell, man. It's supposed to be. We're trying to put that back together. An atom bomb was dropped on that, starting in the late 50s. The antibiotics scattered into a trillion pieces. I'm about putting that back together. Putting that back together and doing it in simple language where I can say, hey, man, I took this concept, and so for me to be able to deliver it and understand it myself, I had to reduce it down to a few sentences. So we have an appointment. I'll tell you, do this and fix your IBS. I'm not stopping to tell you that. Oh, by the way, I'm dropping more miracle powder inside of you. Because when it goes out to and here we go with our biological software, biocomputer is what it's called. I haven't actually talked about it in quite a while because I don't need to talk about it. I'm just installing it in your body. So the practicality of it is on the most basic level. I'm dropping this stuff in you to put together a culture that was blown away so that you don't have bleeding, you don't have all the diarrhea and pain, all the misery, okay? A lot of newer people come in and they hear, oh, this guy's been healed, and they see the testimonials, and they just take it for granted. You know, I had someone say to me recently on there, hey, listen, just have someone else help you do it. Send in the emails. That's impossible because they don't get it. I've had people, the average apprentice works with me, it lasts an hour because they realize it in over their head. So let's get down to it. We take a combination of nutrients, okay, we put them in your body. That's called software. We build the software from scratch. You know, I mentioned them in the Facebook, you know, Ginny Patel, Dr. Axe, Gundry, all these people, right? They don't know shit about this. What they're doing is they're doing what Picasso said. He said, good artists steal from other artists. Okay? Great artists steal from everybody. Well, there's a level above that. The greatest artists invent their own. Okay? That's what you have here. Nobody anywhere has ever said this, and it not only is it something I'm just saying, we pull it off every day. It works. I was shocked years ago when it started working. I said, this is just my idea. It can't be. So I said, here, guinea pigs, do this, that, and that. Installing the software. So here we go. On the most basic level, you have a hardware. You have your GI tract, intestines and stomach. Also applies completely to the lungs and sinus because those are stomachs basically. They're hardware. Majority of the problems you come to me for with are hardware problems. You have a hole in the wall of your bowel and you're bleeding. You have inflammation because it's getting sunburned in there because your own stomach acids are being released and there's no mucosal lining, which is software plus it acts like a wall protecting against the acids and food scraping it, okay? But it's also the most sophisticated software that's ever been on this planet, way beyond what you got in your computer or your phone. Not even close. I'm trying to pull that back together for you, my friends, by installing it, and then it's self-regulating. It will learn what it needs to do, and essentially it's way more important than you are yourself. You're not making any decisions. It is. So we put the biocomputer in the software, which is a specialized strains of bacteria. Have to have the colostrum in there, which is like a database, okay? And you download food. Food has amino acids and vitamin C and vitamin D. They all have a code, okay? The software recognizes the code and sends a signal over to the hardware. Says, hey, release these acids to access the information that's in that cauliflower. Oh, and some butter on there? Oh, good. Oh, you have that cheese stuff on there? I don't like that. Yeah, we'll digest it anyways. You know what? The breadcrumbs thing is not too big on those. That's the conversation the body's having inside. Oh, spam again? We just had that 2 nights ago. It'll process anything that's food. I'm doing quotation marks, right? Food, it'll process it by identifying the molecular structure. If it sees something once, it will remember it, never forget it. It's also, this is your immune system, folks. This is, I'm saying to you, hey, let's fix your diarrhea. I'm installing an immune system in your gut. So you never get C. diff again. You never get H. pylori, SIBO. None of my people ever have SIBO after I'm done with them. I don't treat SIBO. I don't treat bloating and gas and that little 10 pounds of weight you have around your waist. I don't treat those. There's no specific protocol. People got mad at me today. Hey, man, you didn't give me the protocol. Now you say you have a protocol for that? No, the protocol is install the software. Identify the molecular code of the stuff you swallowed. Let the biocomputer then process it completely. Digest it completely. Here's where I left off. I'm going to give you the new stuff right now. It goes out to the cells. First thing that goes into the cells is the software. Lines up and puts perfect software in terms of memory and functionality in every cell. Now you have perfection sitting in a cell. Here comes some food, nutrients that have been processed dramatically at the GI tract level. Then it works its way, it gets sent up to every cell in your body. It knocks on the door and says, come on in. And now you have this whole other level of software in the cell. Right now, if you're lucky, you're getting half digested vitamin A, B, baked beans, molasses, whatever it is, and it's getting sludged out to your bloodstream, knocks on the door exhausted, and the sludgy, half-awake cell says, yeah, come on in, man, sit over there, we don't know what to do with you, and it's sludgy, okay? Crisps. That bloodstream is like a highway, man. Boom. Here comes the highly modified molecular structure of a whatever you ate, beef. Okay, it gets the software rearranges the molecular structure and passes it on and say, hey man, we did part of the job for you. Here's a perfect beef molecule. Oh, thank you. It's already half job. My teacher used to say, half done is well begun. No, well begun is half done? I forget, a long time ago. And so the job's half done. The cell inside is bursting with intelligence. I'm talking about software, man. And so it then takes that already rearranged molecule and rearranges it further. It says, what do we need today, man? You know, these trans fatty acids, they eliminate all those, man, the French fries, bullshit. That had to be done to accommodate the people who didn't have the software in the cells. The software will take that supposedly inferior fat molecule and rearrange it and spit out perfect cholesterol, which is needed to build hormones. Don't sweep this. You know, people who take them, give me a break. Talk about more basic, just dull thinking, is that people who are taking cholesterol-lowering drugs, they're sweeping the stuff that you need to produce brain chemicals out of your body. But you're not digesting them on the cellular level and making it into healthy cholesterol because your cells are all screwed up. There's no intelligence in there. Feed the body. Someone says to me, hey man, give me your cholesterol protocol. Sure, I'll give you a few things that offset the statin drug and, you know, all that. You know what you know what it is? It's putting the software in. Colostrum with the right strains of bacteria. Colostrum. Sounds like cholesterol. Goes into the cells. Says, bring it on, man. What do you got? Some really sludgy oil you ate, like a really nasty burger, and then you actually went out for Chinese food afterwards and you ate that shit? Yeah, okay. Bring it in. Okay. Oh, downstairs in the stomach, they already processed it really well, so it's almost like healthy at this point. Let's bring it in. We'll rearrange the molecular structure. Say, okay, now go out there and produce some brain chemicals. On the side of the box, on the container of the statin drug, it says you can't get it up. You want erectile dysfunction? Bring on the statin drugs, please. You want depression? Yeah, bring them on, man. You want pain? You don't produce hormones to manage pain? I'll take the hormones out of your body that manage pain. You tell me you're going to be racked. You're going to say, oh, I got fibromyalgia. No, you just aren't processing the stuff on the cellular level. We're talking about perfection, man. And people are bitching to me about, oh, you didn't give me that information 3 years ago? Where'd you disappear, my friend? No wonder you still got gas. People come to me and they paid the $195 or $295, and years ago it was $195, and they have the balls to show up 3 years later and say, hey man, I still got the gas. Where were you 3 years ago? And you want me to treat you, you've been around the world doing all kinds of whatever, and you want me to just pick up and treat you again. Which I do. And then you bitch. I spend my time fixing people. And when you give me a chance, I put you in a place where you're invulnerable. I put you in a place where nothing can touch you. Nothing. You could swallow poison. If you are jammed up, loaded with the software, nothing can touch you. Okay? You produce every hormone you need to be happy all the time. If you're not joyous, I function on a level, I have to say I really am. I am incurably optimistic because have an appointment with me. You might think I talk tough or I'm blunt. All you're going to get is like unbridled optimism. Anybody out there disagree with that? If you had an appointment with me, if you didn't get optimism from me, raise your hand. Or tell a story about how you did. Everything. I'd say stuff like, give me that. Let's take your drug. You got your drug. Good. You're on a drug. Take it. We'll turn it into an asset. Whatever they throw at us, we just turn it inside out, back and forth. We turn it into an asset. That's how I talk. Why? Because my brain is full of chemicals. I also take a lot of spirulina, trace minerals, and stuff that I'll be writing about and putting clips on the knowledge base. You're going to want to, at some point, jump in on the knowledge base. Okay? It's going to be a breakaway product. It's going to be basically an encyclopedia. That's what I'm building. I just barely have anything in there at the moment. And, it's going to probably be sold for $300-400 once I fill it up. Jump in now. If you're not interested, don't jump in. But that's the next step, is we fill every cell. It's inevitable. Once it goes in your stomach, it goes in there, but you have to nurture it. You have to nurture it. You have to nurture it. Keep going. Like Amber said, don't give up on the protocol. Just do the effing protocol, folks. And ask me questions. Here goes somebody who wants to ask me a question. Let's see what they have to say. Probably someone collecting a bill or something. Watch. Let's see what they have to say. I'll tell them about the mucosal lining. Hello? Do I owe you money? Silence? Let me tell you about the mucosal lining, my friend. Oh yeah, hung up on me. Shit. Okay. I love that shit. So that's what you got. That's you think you're missing something. About 10 people this morning bitched about, oh, you didn't tell me this. I did. I gave it to you, man. And now Tammy's going to tell me I'm caving into these people saying, well, that's supposed to be for the 195 crowd. Well, it's for everybody. And if you didn't think you got this, now you're gonna remember. I told you this stuff in so many words. We're going to perfect every cell. There's another whole level, man. We can produce hormones in your cells, in your brain, that are very rare. It's usually guys like the Dalai Lama and people that are meditating. We can produce those hormones in your brain. Spirulina, man. Spirulina, but you got to get the right kind. I'm going to post that maybe tonight on the knowledge base. The right kind. You have to have the right combination. I'm not going to give away all my secrets for free. All right? I'm not trying to hold you up, but that's the purpose of the knowledge base. You get a bonus. I should be commended, right? Hey, pay $195 for the protocol and don't have to get $100 off. And folks, you're getting access to the knowledge base. All right, so that's enough for today. I'll come back and do some more. But remember,